Yeah, first I had to fix my mic. Hold on. Oh, I forgot. I'm still live on, yeah, first I had to fix my mic. Hold on. Oh, I forgot. I'm still live on, yeah, first I had to fix it. There we go. Everything is working now. Cool. But yeah, I forgot I was still live on Discord. So whenever I'm speaking, Discord is just going to pick up my audio. My wife is also listening in on the other end. I know she might not want this to be really shared that much, but I have to spread some awareness as to what's happening. And also to inform people on big pharmaceutical companies lying to them. I don't want to speak too much right now. I don't want Rumble to miss out on the information that I'm going to talk about right now. Let's set this up. There we go. I don't know why that link came up. Let's do it again. All right. Cool. Yes, I would like to go live right now. I don't have an exclusive deal as of now. I forgot I had to click the thing up here so it can put me ready. So now Rumble should be working now, I think. Give it some time. It's gonna take a while. Not turning on the light too, by the way, so if you guys think it's too dark and you can't really see me like that, that's fine. Just gonna leave it the way it is, not wanting anything different at the moment. And I'm right now feeling comfortable. I have to go get myself checked on as well because I've been having some weird feeling in my chest. I haven't did an MRI scan yet, but it's around this area, like right underneath my heart on the inside, and it radiates somewhat to my arm. Yesterday, it kind of went up to the back of my neck, kind of. I'm hoping it's just muscle strain or sprain. Hoping it's just that. I have no idea what it is, but I'm going to need to go get myself checked and scanned to see there isn't anything foul in my system. If there's cancer in me too, best believe I'm going to buy 2 more packs of powdered Fenbin, and I'm going to be taking that myself. Just so you guys understand. So if you don't see me for a very long time and I take another hiatus away from streaming, that's what happened. I don't find out until tomorrow, whenever I go get myself checked out. I don't know what's happening though. But after I get checked out, and if my suspicions are correct, and it just so happened to be that, you will not hear from me for a while, a good while. You're already not hearing from me enough because I'm too busy taking care of my wife. But if you guys haven't gotten the information, it's because I haven't been online to tell you that my wife has stage 3 ovarian cancer. Yeah. I'm administering her fenbendazole with artemisinin. Fenbendazole powder, by the way. 222 milligrams is what we started off with, and I began to give her the full 444. So now she's taking the full 444 and the 222. Excuse me, 222 on days only if she cannot take the 444 in fully. She will take artemisinin in rotation, or maybe at the same time. Multivitamins as well, turmeric curcumin, CBD oil droplets. Now, to be honest, she don't actually need that much, but I'm attacking this cancer from all angles. Like, I'm not giving it any time to let up, to recuperate, none of that. Artemisinin gets absorbed into the cancer, and it destroys the cancer from the inside out. So artemisinin enough is overpowered. But fenbendazole is a whole different beast. Now, some might be wondering, why are you giving your wife dog dewormer? Well, it's the same thing that people had questions about in regarding ivermectin, which is a horse dewormer. These things has anti-helminth properties so that you can get this administered into your body absorbs it, and then spreads it all out through your body to wherever that the cancer tumors are growing. Is the best way I can describe it. And it attacks the cancer. Stop it from spreading, which is mitosis. And it stops them from metabolizing. I'm following the Joe Tippins protocol too, by the way. +1. So Joe Tippins protocol and the artemisinin, plus the various different other advices that I am getting from people online. Very thankful for you guys for giving me advice. And if you have other pointers to give on what's happening, that would be highly appreciated. But if you want to know the reason why I haven't really been streaming like that, is because I've been away tending to my wife's needs. I've been administering her things that's outside of the big pharmaceutical norm, because I know what they're trying to do right now. Let me explain. They're trying to get rid of her ovaries, her uterus, and her tubes. Ovaries, uterus, and tubes. I'm not allowing them to have this happen. Not going to happen. And then, it's strange, I'm going to need for you guys to start praying a lot more often. There is a lot of power in prayer. God really does answer your prayers. You just need to just go back to him and listen to his voice. Or just have him listen to your voice. Be willing enough to want to go back to him and repent. Stay away from these sinful lifestyles. Go back to him. I gave a prayer, and my prayer was immediately answered. I wanted a different scenario other than chemotherapy and surgery. I do not want her undergoing any of this from Big Pharma, because what they're going to do is a guaranteed medical malpractice. And the practice in of itself is what they're trying to do, is get rid of her body parts, which is a permanent thing, mind you. It's not happening. I will not let them do this. I won't even let them do this to anybody else. This is why I'm on this stream talking to you about this right now. So if nobody else have told you, you should probably look into fenbendazole. And the shout out goes to Joe Tippins. But look into fenbendazole immediately. If you have any family members that's suffering from any cancer of any kind, even brain cancer, fenbendazole helps that too. It does. Administer them with the 222 milligrams first, just to get them a little bit used to it. Then give them the full 444. You will start to see drastic results. The cancers are disappearing, the tumors are shrinking. And not only that, it's killing the cancer from the inside out. I'm not a medical specialist of any kind. I just know I did something, it worked, and is working currently right now. Look into it yourself. Now, the human version is mebendazole, but it's a little bit more expensive. It's a little difficult for you to get a hold to because it has to be prescribed to you to some certain degree. You can't really get it over the counter like that. But Fenbend, you can get it anywhere, everywhere. I got mine from Amazon. It came in like a packet. If I would have showed you right now, but I believe it's in my bag upstairs. But it's like a packet. You go to Amazon, you can check this out. You look up fenbendazole, and they'll have it in like powder form. They'll have it in capsules, liquid. If you prefer liquid, I don't want liquid because I believe it's too diluted. So what I prefer is in the purest form, which is powder. And it'll give you like a stronger kick to, a guaranteed protection from the cancer and cancer eradication. I really don't like getting online and talking about my problems like this. But something has to be said. I couldn't just disappear out of nowhere without telling anybody anything. It's already bad enough also that I have to go get myself checked. And God willing, I pray and hope that nothing is wrong with me as well. I don't know yet, but my body feels weird and I need to go check it out. I'll be checking it out tomorrow. Now to other news, this Trump assassination that I did get a good wind of. Yeah, this Trump assassination that I did get a good wind of. Well, assassination attempt. They didn't actually kill the guy, so that part, that is very good. Some people might call it divine intervention. Some folks are even bringing it up that, Simpsons talked about it and they had Trump in a casket in The Simpsons. Seems like that prophecy has failed and things didn't go as what was planned, apparently. Trump is not in a casket, and he won't be, because God is protecting him. This is who God chooses to be the leader of the people, currently, right now. After Trump is what we need to be worried about. Because not a lot of people can really carry off this movement as well as Trump. But it really sucks that happened. But the part that sucks the most is the fact that I watched a bunch of people at that rally. They were talking about that they had suspicions over a guy on the roof there. But not a lot of people really did much about it either. I mean, these people outnumber this one guy with this supposed AR-15. Apparently it is an AR-15 that he used. But there's a lot of people there. He can't just mow down the entire group. He knows better. My biggest issue is that why didn't the big group of people who noticed and pointed him out do something about this guy? Some people were probably there to just listen to Trump and didn't care about anything else, but that's just like the problem with the American public. It's just too many people who are satisfied with whatever you provide them with. They give them entertainment and wine, and they're just okay with that. Never keeping their eyes open for any actual threats that might be arising. It's really a sad state of affairs to see this happen to an individual, where everyone else could have acted and say, let's put a stop to this guy. Don't depend on Secret Service. No, Secret Service has always been compromised. Have you guys known this? Secret Service has always been, in fact, your entire government is compromised. Your local police force is also compromised. I tell you no lies. And I'll give you proof of this. My local police force is also compromised. These people do not care. And I live in a red state, mind you. A red city. They don't care. You think these people are going to investigate themselves and incriminate themselves under the same breath? Under the same organization and representation? It's not going to happen. It never does. They don't hold themselves accountable or responsible. And some people might talk about there needs to be police reform. There needs to be people reform. What do you mean police reform? Understand that the position of the police is only a job. There's a person wearing the uniform, though. We're not going to ignore that person. That person means something, bro. You got to talk with that guy to see what's wrong with him. And there's a lot of undiagnosed cases like this where folks are just throwing on the uniform and they are getting ready to go do their job, and someone else is a victim of their wrath. And it's not just police. It can be like someone who's working for the hospital. It could be someone who's working as a teacher. It could be someone who is working as a janitor. It could be someone who is an athlete. Do you understand me? There's a lot of cases like that. Someone who you could just go to a fast food restaurant, such as Wendy's or what is it, McDonald's or something. You'll just ask for a simple order. And then whenever you make an order, you'll then tell them like, oh, could you guys also add lettuce or tomatoes or on whatever it is, sandwich or salad that you want to order? This person will flip the hell out for no reason. Just, and just out of nowhere yell at you. You did nothing. All you did was just ask for an additional thing, which is the most smallest thing. That's all it is. I have a huge problem with what's happening in this country right now. We got a compromised police force, a compromised Secret Service. Let me stop. I said it from the very beginning that the entirety of the government is compromised. That's something that does not care about the people. They don't care about you guys at all. Who you need to care about you is you. Let me look at you clear when I'm talking to you. Who I need to care about the American people more would be you. I need you guys to give yourself the care that your government will not. Because I'm looking outside of, and I'm going to use this as an example because this is one of the topics of the video. When I did not want to depend on Big Pharma for a cure or solution, I looked elsewhere. I looked into God. I gave a prayer to the Most High, the Alpha and Omega himself. He's provided me with this path. And ever since then, my wife has been getting better. She's improving. I still have her administered with it, but she's improving. Only thing I need to do, though, is MRI scan both our bodies, herself and mine. When you guys start being more self-sufficient, you don't need to look at your government for any aid or any help at all. Your government naturally supposed to serve you, but they've also been proving you guys that they don't serve your best interests at heart. They don't care about you. They never did. They don't like it when you guys look outside of their services and find your own solutions and looking up information that's out there. They hate that. So I need you guys to start doing this a lot more often. When you have something going on with you, go look for an alternative. Don't look to them. Whatever it might be, just whatever pleases you the most. Hell, even if it wants to, like, for instance, if you would like to make it to this point to where you think smoking weed is better, go ahead and do it, bro. Go ahead. Cannabis is out. Just do what you need to do. Whatever helps you. I don't care. But if it helps you, in fact, it does have healing properties. We cannot take that out. It does. Hell, you can extract the oils from it. Apply it to a small bottle. Put it in like a droplet form. Put it in your food. And as you eat your food, you eating the oils as well. It can help you, heal you, give you all the help you need. There's even some weeds that's growing in like places between the cracks of the pavement somewhere. Thistle or dandelion. You could take this, apply it to your water, infuse it with these things. Make sure you purify it first, because you can't just take it, raw as it is. That would be pretty stupid. But of course, you could infuse it with whatever water or drink that you're taking it with, or that you want to add it with. You can even apply lemon to it as well, if you would like. Heal yourself whenever you need it. You don't need to spend all this money on overpriced medicines, where these folks are just trying to make a commodity out of you. They get money off of you. That's all what you are. You're nothing more than just an additional paycheck to them. That's how they stay in power. That's how they are a multi-billion-dollar corporation. They use you up to dry up your resources and throw you by the wayside. When I realized that they're trying to just cut into my wife and take some things out of her, mind you, put a pin on that. I didn't figure this out until the second time where they decided to talk to my wife and tell her about what they need to do. At first, what she was just talking about was just chemotherapy. She didn't talk about any of the removal of her ovaries or her uterus and her tubes and any of that. She didn't talk about that. The first conversation. When we were together is whenever the doctor decided to bring it up. It was a different tune. This is how I began to notice and realize something is up. Something is up. And there's a lot of things that they're not telling us. And the longer I began to administer my wife this fenbendazole, she's not only out of the radius of having to deal with excruciating pain like how she dealt with before, she's finally able to eat. Not completely normally, but she wasn't really eating like that. Now she is. Had I let them do these operations on her, she would have been malnourished and would have been an empty shell. I'm forever thankful to the Heavenly Father for providing me a different scenario, a different alternative to heal her. Not only is working, but this shows what happens whenever we turn to Him instead of turning to mankind, serving interests in the form of a demonic idol. It's a wicked world out there, man. It is. Now, before I end this, I don't want this video being too long. Let me see how long I am currently right now on the timestamp. Oh, it's 25 minutes long. Okay, it's a good time. All right, so I want to talk about how kids are being allowed online. And I really do not care if you're cool with me or not. We might be chill. We might play some games together. I don't care. Kids should never be allowed online. And if you're a parent allowing your child to be online, you need to turn yourself in for arrest. You really do. Why do I keep going on X or Twitter, whatever you guys would prefer it to be named? I keep seeing all these things involving kids and the LGBTQ community. Or on TikTok, and there's some random multicolored haired teacher teaching a child about sexuality other than letting this child be a child. If any of you adults are letting anybody who you know who either has kids and you don't have kids, or you have kids and you're not babysitting at all, now, my cousin used to tell me it's just kids having kids at this point. That is true in a sense. These people haven't matured, but they're having children too, which is weird. And they're letting these children be in their lives in a sense to where these children are not their children. These children are their best friends or something. That child should not be your best friend. That child is your child. That's who you're raising. That's what came out of your loins. That's your seed, sir. Not only to put the onus on the men, but the women, you're responsible for this greatly as well, because you're the one with a lot of power right now. You have a lot of the say so. You wanted to have the rights to vote like a man? You do have the rights to vote like a man. But the majority of the decisions you have been making have been against your own interests. In fact, the majority of your decisions seems to go well for the one party that wants to have men participating in your sports to beat your faces in front of international television called the internet. Yeah. I'd like to have an explanation as to why I keep seeing what I'm seeing, but I can already guarantee I'm not going to get anybody explaining this to me. I'm just not. I asked around like probably multiple times before, but no one was able to give me an explanation as to why I'm seeing what I'm seeing. And then I go and hear about this Ava Chris Tyson dude on X. This is the guy who is dressed up in costume and drags to play dress up. He's abandoned his family to want to be a woman like his wife is. Well, ex-wife. Because that chick is not a wife anymore. He has left his family to play dress up. This is the most disgusting thing I've seen ever. And here's the kicker. These folks can get online. They don't just be like normal people. No, they become ultra sexualized. Forget super and hyper sexualized. They become ultra sexualized. It's like they don't know anything else but to talk about sex 24/7. You want to know the proof of that? Look at the conversations between this Chris Tyson guy and this minor that he had a conversation with. Screenshots of it. Talking about hentai. Now, to people who aren't really that cultured, hentai is Japanese anime porn. You should not be talking into this conversation in regarding this with a 13-year-old little boy. But wait, it gets worse. Apparently, it was at 11. So, one source says 13, another source says 11. But the original individual, who is now 20 years old, goes on, I almost said Twitter, because I'm so used to this being named Twitter, goes on X and verifies, yes, these are true conversations, but it was nothing more. They weren't groomed. But these conversations was inappropriate. No, the clothes are not in the dryer yet, but they will be. This is what I mean by whenever I'm really, really busy. I have a lot of things I've been doing. So I'm tending to the house's cleaning and things pretty much all by myself right now. Serving a role as the caretaker, so to speak. But it's exercise to me. I need to get my body back into shape. And I also still need to go get myself evaluated and to see what's happening within my chest, because this is a weird feeling I'm getting underneath this this heart area. It's a weird feeling. I don't know what it is, but it sometimes radiates to my my arm. Maybe it was a bad way I was sleeping in. Hopefully it's just that and nothing too serious, but I'm going to go and get that checked out. Because it feels weird even right now as I'm talking to you guys. Yeah. This is a bad situation. Very bad. And this is why I said children should not be allowed on the internet at all. There's no reason for it. If you guys think that there are a lot of people who are online and your kids get access to the internet and having conversations with random individuals that you don't want them talking to, my question is, why do you guys allow the kids to get online? You could stop this, but you're not stopping it at all. You're actually allowing this to happen. Somehow you're okay with this. But you mean to tell me that you mean well by the kids? What I noticed by going on YouTube and I'm hearing people talking shit about Dr. Disrespect, and I will say this. These people didn't care about if there's a victim or not. No, they don't. Let's be honest. You guys don't care about what's happening with Doc, if he is a legitimate suspect or any of that, or if he had to deal with someone that's a victim. Mind you, you guys are talking all this crap about this man, and he's still married. His wife is still by him. He still has his money, his riches, and everything. And he also won a court case with Twitch. Twitch gave him a full payout. And a payout would not happen if he violated terms of service, in which he did not. So now we know that the people that used to work for Twitch are obviously liars. In that sense. So, no one looks at this, but there's a bunch of people who want to serve the role as online detectives to where they can talk all this crap about people. But because the American government allows them to do so, you can disparage a man just so as long as he is a straight white male or a straight black conservative male. These two groups specifically get targeted by the left all the time. And it's only by this one group. But the bastion wall just so happened to be us. Straight, black, I guess, common sense thinking males. Then whenever their agenda works on us, they then go to the attacks of the straight white male. We're like being used as canaries in a coal mine. If it works on us, it'll work on you. It's a trickle-down effect. We're just being always used as the lab rats to prepare for something significantly worse. And you guys can't pretend like I'm making this shit up either. Because look what's happening. Within a decade's time, 10 years ago, no one was doing any of these things right now. Not to say completely nobody. There was a few outliers and a few wing nuts, a few weirdos that were being looked at as someone who was mentally unstable, and they should stay like that, being seen as that. Problem is, it's turned into a trend now. To where your president of the United States, who has gone missing. Yeah, I noticed this too. No one has seen Joe Biden. But what if I told you guys that Joe Biden was actually missing a long time ago, before this even happened? That's why you guys look at Joe Biden's face and you see a weird appearance. You see him with a disfigured chin. His jawbones are completely different. The markings on his face are different. His eyes and ears are different. His nose is not the same. Everything is different, completely different. This is not the same individual. I don't want this going too far into this, bro, but I'm letting y'all know you got to look this stuff up. Don't forget to look into fenbendazole though. But I'll leave you with this, just to not make this video very long, because I am going over my time and I need to go put things up. Yeah, it's 38 minutes, so I'm leaving on good time still. But look into Fenben, artemisinin, and you can even DM me to get me to spell it out for you. I'll help you out. I'll point you out to these things. If there's anyone in your family or friends that you know who has cancer, I'll hit you up and I'll put you on to what you need to take, even the dosage, the correct dosage, and where to get it. Hell, I even help you get it. We can help each other out. You scratch my back, I scratch yours, you know? But I'm going to end it out here. Appreciate you for listening. Share this video along to everybody else so they can also learn about this information. Please do, because there's no telling how long it's going to be up. I know on Rumble it'll be safe, but on YouTube, which is what I'm on right now as well, there's no guarantee that it'll stay up, because Big Pharma does not want anyone challenging Big Pharma, but Big Pharma. Just letting you know, they don't want this information to come out there because this is going to be a hole in their wallet. They don't want people to know about this information. Why do you think YouTube makes sure the algorithm specifically gets people like myself not heard like that? Again, that canary in the coal mine analogy I used earlier. When it starts working on me, you're next. Please share this. I'll catch y'all later. I gotta go. Please.